Alrighty guys, so we are back with another video with the M4, and today we're going to be installing a brand new carbon fiber diffuser. So this diffuser is also equipped with the LED third brake light, which we will have to tap into the taillights to get power from. And so this taillight will light up when I hit the brake, or if there's any coding done, you can always make it kind of flash with the brake force display. I've done this before with my 4 Series BMW, and the process is exactly the same. So I shouldn't run into any complications with this specific install. Now all we have to do is rip off the OEM diffuser back here, which is this bit, and it's just held in by a series of clips on the top and then a few bolts on the bottom. And after we do that, we're going to take this cabling over here, which we will loop through all of this junk and remove one of the taillights. A million different ways to do this, but personally I like using cable splices just because it's really easy, really quick. You don't have to use any sort of heat shrinking, like melting plastics and whatnot. So you just put it on, clamp it down, boom, boom, you're done. Overview of the actual diffuser. It's fully made out of carbon fiber. You can see that's the smoked out LED brake light over here. It has 2 fins and the dual exhaust cutout for the exhaust tips. So we're gonna clear this out real quick, and then we're gonna remove the piece down here and disassemble the taillight area. That was easy. Literally 2 9mm bolts on both sides, and then the rest of it comes off through the clip. There's a little screw on the side here. It's just like a clip. You can always pop it out or spin it off by hand. And then you just want to remove this weather seal trim. You want to pull upwards, which releases the clips, and just remove it like so. And then now we have 2 bolts over here, top and bottom, which are held on by 10mm bolts. And just like that, you can remove the taillight. There's a little tab here. You can grip it like so and just pull towards you and more inward. All right, and now there's only one connection holding in the taillight. There's a clip here. You just push down with your fingers, squeeze it, and voila. Just verifying, just looking at the cables itself, this is the exact same setup that I had on the 4 Series. So we have a cable that's like double colored. It's black and blue in one cable. Then we have a brown cable on pin number 4. The positive is pin number 1. So those are the cables that we're going to be splicing into. Okay, so now I'm going to show the very secret method. You just grab whatever cable you have. This is literally an iPhone charging wire. And you need a piece of tape. So we're going to take this wire and loop it down through the taillight section. And I can literally see a gap that goes all the way down. So let's drop it in here. All right, I see it down over here. Just reach for it. So I'm just gonna pull it all the way across and bring it more towards the center portion. Pulls out from the center. At this point, we're gonna take a piece of tape and tie the connectors together from the diffuser and the iPhone cable. From the top, we're gonna pull the iPhone cable. And just be careful if it snags. And you want to do it slowly and kind of just wiggle it a little bit. All right, so I fished the cable all the way back up. As you can see, we have the connection with the iPhone cable. So I want to just get rid of the tape now. All right, so we have this right here. And I actually peeled back part of the OEM connector just to kind of get a little bit more room to work with. Peel back some of this over here. Add a little slit here. You don't want to actually cut the cables. If you do, it's fine. You have a lot more to work with. We're going to work with the brown cable first over here, which is the ground cable. So you're gonna take the brown OEM cable with the black aftermarket cable, and then we're gonna be using these quick splices that you can get at any hardware store. I just picked this up at Advanced Auto. There's 2 holes where you put each color of the cable in. You want to squish down this metal piece to lock it in place, and it bridges the connection, and then you fold it down with the cap. So I'm going to take the black cable and just slide it into this piece like so, and then we're going to slide the brown cable as well into this same bracket piece. And you want to make sure each cable is within its own channel. So I have the black cable on one channel, the brown cable on the other. And then you just want to clamp it down as hard as you possibly can. Make sure it's a nice connection. Double check that each cable is within its own channel. Boom. Squeeze it down, make sure it's nice and flush. And you just also want to take a visual inspection to make sure both cables have been touched. And the way you know it's fully secure is that if you tug at the cable, they don't move. So the brown cable is not loose, it's tight. So is the black one. You pull it, doesn't really move at all whatsoever. And then you just want to cover up the cap, fold it over, snap it in place. Now you want to do the same exact process with the positive connection, which is the red cable here, along with the blue-black cable on the OEM plug. So we're going to slide this into here. Go ahead and clamp these down again. Double check that it's snug and not loose, moving around. Nope, these are all nice and tight. Fold down the clasp. All right, so that is pretty much the cabling setup. You can go ahead and clean it up with some electrical tape or whatever, what have you, to just make it not so, jumbled. And before we start plugging everything in, we're gonna go ahead and turn on the car and just double check that the LED diffuser actually functions. So this is the area you wanna keep an eye out. Make sure it lights up. So now that everything is confirmed to be working, we're going to install the physical piece down here for the diffuser. Pre-existing holes on this diffuser are already at the right location because there's bolts underneath the car that are literally at the same holes. So we're going to reuse the same bolts and the same holes that are on the car itself. Kind of like 8mm just by looking at it. So we're going to try 8mm instead. Yep. See, my visual inspection is pretty on point, I'm not gonna lie. So let's bust these out real quick. All right, now back to installing this piece. Slot it in to the clips, into the tabs. Double check the center tab towards the bottom. Boom. And then we can put the bolts back in that we took out. There should only be 2. I took out 3, but that was not necessary. Last but not least, it is time to put the taillight back in. We'll actually use a piece of tape to just clean up the mess down here. We're gonna plug the taillight back into the connection. Nice snap. And slot it in. Gonna take the plastic bit, line up the bottom first, and pop the plastic piece, the screw, back into the hole. Voila. And just like that, we have finished the install for the carbon fiber diffuser with the LED brake light. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys if you're thinking about doing this. All the parts will be in the description below. It is available on my website right now if you want to purchase this exact diffuser for your F8X or any other Beamer. And I gotta say that this really changes the overall look of the car. It just makes it so much more aggressive compared to the OEM diffuser. Now this just makes my exhaust tips look very weak on here. These are the OEM exhaust tips. They are blacked out because this is the competition model. It kind of looks like it's hiding in there now. It doesn't really stand out anymore, so for sure we got to get some new exhaust tips. But yeah guys, if this video was interesting, if you liked it, if it was helpful, make sure to drop a like and a comment below. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, and that is pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in our next one. Peace.